last game of the night. So we appreciate everyone that hung out with us to watch the shenanigans unfold between the University in Hawaii just overwhelming victory to the 1-point game between William & Mary and University of Colorado. All of the action happening on twitch.tv/EGFSSBU, and all of the further action from next week onward, and even right now, it's happening on twitch.tv/official-EGF.
So definitely come back, since our finals are gonna be on next Saturday and Sunday, and watch some of your favorite colleges and your favorite commentators along there. So right now we are currently just waiting for bans. MS State is now taking out FD. Although this isn't as close as a 1-point difference as our previous match of William Mary and University of Colorado, this is still a pretty decently close match.
Yeah, and it's close into the final game. Keep in mind that it was a 1-point game because, God, I forgot their name. The Robin player.
The previous one?
Yeah, previous game. Robin.
Connor Sanders and Billy Shilly?
No, not the previous game. The previous set.
Outer Rim and Zenapanda?
Outer Rim. Outer Rim put on a show, but had to 3-stock. But he 2-stocked. He had to 2 and then 3-stock, but instead he 2-stocked twice, and that's what ended it in a 1-point game. Incredibly close. This is a 2-point game going into the final set. So basically, whoever wins this set wins it all. Because you get 2 points for winning. And assuming you're winning, you're taking stocks. So this is far and away what decides this set. What decides this crew battle is this set.
But here we are on Battlefield. MisterMan with ZSS. Mr. Purple with Ness.
And, MisterMan kind of playing to Zero Suit's immediate strengths. Neutral air into jab, well, not a true block string anymore. It is still really, really safe. Having a frame 1 jab will do that. And in general, at least on paper, Zero Suit does very, very well against both PK kids. Zare being a perfect tool to outrange them without falling susceptible to the PSI magnet. Flip jump is incredibly hard to ledge trap and edge guard, which is where the close range of Ness really starts to shine. And the mobility is just so hard for a floaty character like Ness to track down. But when Ness gets his opening, the punish game of the character is so incredible that you can start to bully a very light character like ZSS.
But honestly, right now, both of them just staying away, getting only close when absolutely necessary. Wow. I knew that MisterMan was trying to avoid getting hit by just the PK Thunder, the ball of Thunder, but actually getting the worst hit by stopping right behind Mr. Purple.
Yeah, falling victim to the PK Rocket, and now he's got to find a way to take this stock soon, or else fall victim to perhaps the best advantage of Ness being his ability to extend leads. Up throw will certainly not do it, but the forward air on the follow-up will for sure. 0-0, MisterMan still very much in control and weaving around Mr. Purple. But when Mr. Purple has gotten his hit, he's taking it for a ride. I mean, that's the purpose of those dashback PK fires. They are all or nothing. They're high reward, very low risk moves.
And honestly, they're just avoiding each other. We saw how well Mr. Purple is just avoiding everything MisterMan can throw out and will throw out, as we saw just previously.
He's playing this comfortably. Oh man, just look how good Zero Suit Zare is. This is something else. It's still -2 for all of those keeping track at home. So it makes it it makes it one of, if not her best move, just in a neutral situation like this. And for how good Zero Suit's neutral is, she's definitely going to be playing it a lot. Wow, got him? No.
Ooh, got a taunt for that. That was a really nice interaction too.
He had to use his jump, but the floaty nature of Ness's jump means he couldn't grab ledge immediately, leading to the plasma whip coming in clutch and hitting below edge. Great combo. There's many ways to DI Zero Suit combos, and the reason why she doesn't get nearly as much damage as she should in some situations. A proper DI helps a lot. But Mr. Man, learning from his mistake, not going in front of Mr. Purple, just going to platform. That's why you're on Battlefield.
Really, yeah, if him standing on platform really was a good advantage. Really good DI on Mr. Not getting hit. Well, not dying from that.
Wow, Mr. Man looks so experienced in this matchup. He knows what to avoid. He's very aware of what Ness players and what Mr. Purple seems to be looking for before he even realizes it. On top of Zero Suit's incredible frame data and safety, what a grab. Okay, like mix-ups on mix-ups right here. And he's only at 100. He's been avoiding so much damage and a trade, sure. Surprised that traded if you couldn't tell, but that's a clean 2-stock of that. Certainly Mississippi State, after losing the past 2 sets, will take to the bank 13-9 now. And even mid-game, those point differentials are huge, because if they don't win this, well, yeah, because going from 13-9, it means their remaining point differential is 5 or 4, which means they have to win by. Oh man.
So they have to win 2 stocks.
Yeah. Okay. So they still. Never mind then, because they still have to win 1 stock apiece and then the 2 points to tie. So they can still tie, but they have to now win by one of these games by a 2-stock.
But honestly, if Mr. Man takes it, Mississippi State will be going to the semifinals, excuse me, next week. But so far, if Mr. Purple takes the win and it'll go to game 3, then it'll be very close. Wouldn't know.
It'll absolutely be a close game. I would not be just surprised to see Mr. Purple pull out a different character given how that matchup went. At the very least, a different stage. ZSS on Battlefield just has so much range of movement. No switch in character. The stage will be small Battlefield, which is absolutely a little bit better. Removing the top platform helps so much because you give ZSS just in general less places to land. So that's already a very big win. But with how Mr. Man has been not only calling out jumps, but also playing this like Zaire game. He's been using Zaire to its fullest extent and forcing Mr. Purple to find answers for it, of which he's not currently finding any.
Honestly, I'd really Mr. Purple try to take advantage of what they learned in the previous game. We saw Mr. Man really adapt well, try not to make the same mistakes over again, landing on platform as we mentioned in the previous game.
Missing the tech is huge. But you know, this happened in game 1 too. He lost the first stock he lost the first stock first and ended in a 2-stock. So Mr. Man is certainly no stranger to situations like these, as it happened literally last game. But missing a tech like that definitely hurts.
Especially when Mr. Man only needs just a win. If you want to like get the win fast, or miss techs like that is really disheartening. But you know, a simple back air to fair is enough to take the stock.
He's playing around this, and now Mr. Purple is honestly, for this game, you're just trying to keep your bracket life alive. So holding on to this game and playing it very close to the chest is what I really expect. But the ZSS Gambit running up and up smashing after a simple peck with the Zaire, absolutely a prominent starter that netted quite a bit of damage for MisterMan, and he can play this as he's been doing. Zaire and jab. It's all plus. Finally, Mr. Purple holding on to that shield, making sure he could punish the jab afterwards.
And Mr. Purple has started to understand that MisterMan is no longer gonna go behind him when he uses the PK Thunder, and rather than going for the rocket, goes to just attack MisterMan.
He's playing around it more and more there. It's hard to trade with Ness. It's hard to willingly trade with Ness, as his hitboxes are incredibly massive. That air dodge was clutch, but it still left him vulnerable. But you'd rather take a dash attack than a down smash. Oh, okay. Cheeky. It didn't work, but cheeky. I mean, that's kind of the Zero Suit matchup, especially with moves like that. You're trying to catch Zero Suit from jumping, and you're not letting her land anything like neutral air or there, because those combos are devastating. Short and sweet to the point, Zaire to back air keeps it going, and all these up smash combos now. 57 more. Manages to land on the platform to reset his jump, but geez, what a statement from MisterMan in this last stock.
He did not like Mr. Purple taking that previous stock, and honestly, what we've seen lately is every time Mr. Purple took a stock, MisterMan immediately took it back. Didn't waste any time, just so they can deal with the next stock and deal damage in the next one, rather than focusing or spending time finding a way to kill. Oh, and that was it.
You know, I'm just so surprised how many times Zaire into jab 1, 2, 3 Zaire into jab 1, 2, Mr. Purple drop shield jab 3 just kept working. Like it's safe. It's safe, my guy, and it's just gonna keep being safe with that frame 1 jab. But the back air call out was incredibly nice. Even if it did trade. But, it's a trade you'll definitely take if you're Mississippi State and MisterMan, because with that win, a 2-stock, then a 1-stock, and added points for the victory, that puts Mississippi State with the W and with that ticket into winner semis to play, or semifinals to play next week.
Really good play on both of these players, and really good play on both of these universities. Really great job. Same goes with all the universities today. Hawaii, St. Peter's, William Mary, University of Colorado, Mississippi State, and now Quinnipiac.
Quinnipiac. Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah, character development. Let's go.
I guess we could show bracket one last time before wrapping the night.
Yeah, we can see this final kill, and boosh. Hey.
So here we are, game 4 in the very bottom of the bracket. Mississippi State will be going to semifinals number 2, gonna be playing Sunday 45, approximately at 4:45 p.m. Eastern Time. Siena College versus University of Hawaii, I believe, is currently showing in twitch.tv/official EGF, and be sure to see on the other side of the brackets University of Colorado, who played so well, playing next week as well.
Yeah, just a bunch of phenomenal games across the board, many of which you saw